Hey everyone, I'm Luke and welcome to the behind the scenes of my short film Chase. I came up with the idea for Chase one night when we were visiting family in Sweden and I saw this small cabin. The cabin seemed like the perfect place for a horror film. Not only was this cabin the perfect place to film Chase, but my brother and my dad, I knew, would play the characters I had in my head perfectly. So I went over and I asked them if they wanted to be a part of this, and they said yes. So the next day I got down, wrote out Chase, and got ready to film. But the problem was, when I came to Sweden I had no plans to shoot a short film. All I had brought was my camera. Since all I had was my camera, I would never be able to use any of the sound recorded in camera. So what I would have to do, and what I ended up doing, was doing all the sound in post. We filmed up until the very end of our vacation, and finally had everything we needed right before we left. When we got home, editing began. The first thing I did was assemble the first rough cut, and after I did that, I realized that certain story beats just weren't flowing properly, and some of the stuff wasn't making sense, and the film wasn't playing out how I wanted it to. So I spent the next few days tweaking it, adjusting it, until finally I was satisfied. After that, I moved on to doing the color. The color on this film just consisted of changing the footage from CineStyle, which is the color profile I shot on, to Rec. 709. The reason I shot on CineStyle was that it allows me to have more dynamic range than sRGB, the native color profile of my camera. The other thing I had to do with color was denoise the footage, since I was shooting a lot at night and my camera isn't really built for low light footage, like say an A7S is. Since I didn't record any sound in Sweden, I had to do all of the sound in post. I record everything from footsteps to breathing to crickets to doors creaking, all with the Rode VideoMic Pro plugged into a Zoom H1. Well, that wraps up the behind the scenes of my film Chase. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.